Yeah, exactly. And
He's not going to play either side too strong.
That's a liberal value. Because
Biden played a side too strong, and guess what he's doing? He played this side strong, but he's flipping a switch.
But didn't Biden say that coming in that he was going to try to bring America together, and he's doing everything but? Because there's not going to be any consolidation of the issue that we have politically.
Is it even a political issue now? Still,
it's an issue. It's just an issue.
Yeah, it's always been an issue. I guess it's just back to where it was when Obama was in office or before when Bush was in office.
I mean, I don't think Biden is the reason. I just think social media. I think Donald Trump walked outside. This was Donald Trump, if I was to make an analogy. He walked outside with an umbrella and it happened to be raining and they thought that the umbrella brought the rain. So we seen Donald Trump come into office and then we seen this like complete polarization of the political landscape, and we thought he's the reason that it happened, but it was quite the opposite. He just happened to be a very polarizing guy to come in when all these Twitter and all these different people and white nationalism and white supremacism was coming back on a rise.
No, it's not. But he pushed the narrative that it was okay to you could say stand up for yourself or have a voice. So people felt safer doing those things, saying those things, acting those way, wearing that apparel. Now, you died it down. So it was Donald Trump. I wouldn't say that people were just like that. Okay, people were, but they were mute.
You gotta think the media controls.
What's
narratives.
a big thing of Donald Trump? MAGA.
Yeah,
motherfuckers is not wearing no type of George Bush hat as much as they was wearing a MAGA hat.
Because he created a movement. They got somebody to speak for them.
That's Donald Trump created the movement, right?
No, he didn't create the movement.
He didn't?
The movement had someone to speak for them, just like...
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's
like
we said it before.
Black Lives Matter existed before George Floyd passed away.
Yeah.
That was just their red carpet. Hello, world, we're here.
Yeah.
Donald Trump was the same thing for white nationalists and white conservatives.
But he played a major role in it because what do they say? They say, why do you think Kanye West is a billionaire? He said, creators control the world. No one's gonna be the next Mark Zuckerberg. No one's gonna be the next Jack Dorsey. You understand? They're not gonna create something and make billions.
So
the person of people that's gonna make the billions, the content creator. Who was the content creator?
Donald Trump was the creator. What did we learn from the book Outliers? Creators create, but they create. The only time you become a Donald Trump, you become a Bill Gates, you become a Mark Zuckerberg, is when the world is already rolling into that direction.
I think Donald Trump, even if he was just the president now, it still would be the same thing. I understand you're playing social media into the picture, but
I'm not doing it. That's what it is.
Yeah, but regardless of the fact, even like from that point on to the future, that it would still happen.
What would still happen?
Like whatever happened during Donald Trump era, the same thing would happen because of who he is and what he was voicing.
But I think long after Donald Trump is gone, this issue, I don't know. The issue is not going to continue to go on because there's going to be things are getting more and more rough and things are eventually going to come to a head, right? It's just like any civil war. I hope a civil war. I hope we've learned enough from our past to not let it get to a civil war. But we're either going to have it's like a divorce, bro. It's either y'all going to be like, all right, let's sit down, work this shit out, do some therapy. Maybe we need country therapy as a country, as a bipartisan country. Like, yo, Republicans, Democrats, we need therapy. We need to figure out how to coincide with each other, right? Or due to irreconcilable differences, we're going to go into a civil war.
Do you think we're going to go into a civil war? What are you reading that's like...
I'm not reading anything. What
are you seeing?
Okay, so...
Because I don't be seeing nothing no more. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, because Biden's in office. So the mainstream media is not... Listen, Donald Trump was a messenger that was a very bad guy, and the message that he was giving was diluted because he was giving it. We've heard it since a kid. Who gives a fuck about the messenger? That's curse number 3. Did you get the message? Right? Donald Trump's message was... What was I saying exactly?
We were talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson becoming president.
Right before I brought up the message part. Oh, wait, what was I saying? Oh my God, I forgot. Donald Trump's message to the world was, fake media. That is not a thing. That is real. The left side media, they literally control narratives. They
Both
do not
sides
report.
medias.
They both, but we know liberals run the world. They run the country. That's the thing. Let's be honest. Conservatives are the minority, and that's why you get into them saying like, "Yo, we feel underrepresented. We feel like black people." That's why they down south are so angry, and they say, "Yo, I don't care about black people's issues because I feel like I'm a minority." Politically, they are. We understand that is not even equal to being black, because you could be a Republican today and a Democrat tomorrow, right? And Republicans were never prosecuted and killed for who they are or enslaved.
But you just said a black person could be Republican today.
Anybody could be. I'm saying it's not equal to being black. If you're black, you're black.
The black men have their own party, guys.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
I'm listening to you.
But so Trump was spitting a real fact. Listen, fake media is a thing. And Trump had these messages and they were never getting through to the public because it's, hey, he's a bad guy. Don't listen to what he's saying. Right? And that's to my point. Why do I feel like there's going to be a civil war? What am I seeing? I'm seeing patterns that happened in prior civil wars. People becoming so intolerable with the other group that they find it hard to even treat them as human beings. Imagine certain black kids get shot, and conservative and Republican men down south find it hard to even find any bit of love in their heart for that person. They're sticking to a narrative. You know what? All cops are good. I don't care. Y'all complain too much, black people. Cops get shot in the head, and you have liberals and black people saying, yo, it is what it is. Y'all are messing with us. Or whatever the case may be. We don't view each other as human anymore, bro. And that's why you coming up with all these militant groups, because they letting y'all know, yo, if y'all try to mess with me, I'm ready to defend myself. What do you think that's going to lead to? Do you know gun sales have gone up by like 30% in the past few years?
Well, I know the pandemic plays a major role in that.
Why do you think the pandemic played a big role in that?
Because motherfuckers was scared that their lights were going to get turned off and they need to protect their house.
I don't think, I guess you could say that. Or
because there was a scarce of everything. You think people going to rob you.
Okay, that's true.
You know? I'm trying to see what you see on the news. Like, where you getting this from?
It's not the news. It's how, well, the news too. It's how we treat each other. That's what it is. It's when a mass shooting happens, it's already being politicized. How about we mourn the deaths of people?
But how you know there's a mass shooting happening?
On the media.
That's what I'm saying. What are you watching?
I watch all different news media. I watch Fox. I watch...
Oh, so that's what's on the news?
Mass shootings?
Yeah.
I mean, if a mass shooting happens, yeah. There was a mass shooting yesterday. Someone in...
I don't be knowing these shits.
Someone in... They walked into a FedEx and killed 8 people, and then he took his own life.
You know what's crazy? I knew that was going to be the next big thing when Biden got in office. I'm like, mass shooting is going to be the next big thing. They got to go back to something that sells. It was racism. You get Biden in office, right, to calm down the racism. Try to. Mass shooting is going to always be the next big thing to sell.
Mally, I've trained fighting fishes before. You know what you do to fighting fishes to make them bad? You get little... We call it cochlear flex. This little, you get it from like the leaves of a coconut tree. When you strip the leaves down, there's a long piece of wood in the middle. You take it, you flick their tails. When you flick their tails, you put up a mirror in their in the fish tank, and they charge at the mirror. But they're not realizing that it's them. They're having a full-on fight with the mirror. And that's how you train them to fight, and then you drop 2 trained fighter fishes. I forgot what you guys call them. You guys don't call them fighter fishes because I don't think you guys know that they fight.
I ain't even know about these fish.
You guys call them beta fishes. Word. The pretty tails, and they flare up. They flare up because that's when they get angry. Mm-hmm. That's on the site where they get angry and they charge. That's how you train them. You take the little cochlear flex, you tap the tail, they turn around, enemy. Boom, they charge. That is what our media is doing to us. They're tapping our tails.
Yeah.
Hey, mass shooting caused by a white guy. Hey, we need gun control. And then we all turn around, and guess what? We are the mirrors of each other. Conservatives and liberals, we're the mirror image of each other.
Yo, Nick, I train midget fighters.
What?
And you know what I had to do to get them mad?
What?
I call them. I say, you short. Nah, but you're right though. Nah, you're right though. That's exactly what the news media did. I had told my, I'm like, yo, don't watch the news. Watch something else. But here's the thing: what old people don't know: notifications. She was like, I can't. It just pops up on my phone. Guess what? Old people don't know what to do. What? They don't know how to control the notifications on their phone.
I'll say this right now. You always tell me that, and I've always taken that like, yo, maybe we stop listening to so much news. I have a podcast. I can't stop listening to news because this is what I do.
You can't. But I'm talking about, let's talk about older generations, Nick. Now we're talking about how social media plays a role in these people's lives. You could tell someone to stop. When they stop, what pops up? A notification. People don't know how to use the technology of how to stop the notification.